to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncer's gilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV. We're here at Newcastle. It's the start of a big fight week for yourself, Miss AJ Bunker. First of all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, babe. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Long time no see. On the way up here, I was watching your face-off. All respect with Lil BELLSY, but for you, just a chance to get back out there and show your worth on Saturday night?
Exactly that. I love this sport. I love this whole scene. And you know me, I'll take on a challenge. So yeah, I'm just excited to get back in the ring. I took a long time out because of my injury. I hit a bit of a mental block with the boxing. So I'm just excited that I'm back here and I'm getting back into it. So yeah.
Yeah, talk to me about that injury. Well, I think it was the first round against Astrid. You showed your heart, your desire that night. You went through what was a war, one of the best women's fights in this scene of all time, really. Was it hard to get back on the ball, get back to trading after a bit of time out?
It was definitely very hard. I was had to do a weight cut after that fight. So I lost 5 kg. So where I'd cut food for so long, for about 8 weeks, I binged. I was emotional. I was injured. So all I could do was binge eat. So I literally ate takeaway like for 3 weeks straight every single day. So again, I sort of over binged because I was in my feels. So yeah, it was very hard to get back into boxing, get back to the fitness, and yeah, fall back in love with the sport. But I'm here now, and yeah, I'm just so excited to be here.
Talked about Lil BELLSY, Australian opponent, a fantastic victory last time out against Lil Kimchi in what was a crazy week all round. But how highly do you rate BELLSY?
Yeah, I think she's a very composed, good fighter. I think I rate her quite highly. Obviously, ICB rate her quite highly. She's obviously ranked number 10 at the moment. So, yeah, I think obviously she's big, she's strong. She doesn't lose her head and completely lose her head in the ring. So, yeah, I think she's a very good challenge for me. And my toughest one yet. Obviously, I know I fought Elle Brooke, but obviously that was Elle Brooke's first fight. So I think out of all the fights I've had, this is probably the toughest.
Who's the better fighter then, Astrid or BELLSY?
So I think BELLSY is the better fighter, definitely. Yeah, I think with that fight, as I said, I injured my hand in the first round. And then because of that, I just completely lost everything. My brain just went into survival mode. As you can see, it was like I was bringing it, but I was just not really thinking in that fight. So I think if it was to go again, I feel like I'll definitely win that fight. And I think, yeah, BELLSY is more of a calculated, composed fighter, and she just looks a bit better. I think Astrid was obviously just walking forward and throwing 1-2s. So.
Do you think because Astrid has that title, the Misfits title, do you think people are overrating her?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously she had that Keeley fight. Then with my fight, obviously, as I said, I had an injury, so it was kind of she won that with let's see if I'm not injured in the first round. Let's see what happens when her coach hasn't tampered with my wraps 3 minutes before going in a fight. Let's see what it's like then. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think she was a little bit overrated. No, but I will give it to her. She did well in that fight. She stayed composed, especially when I was like swinging for the hills. But yeah, I think she is a little bit overrated.
Did you see Astrid get pushed through the table? Obviously, that was a couple of months ago now. And what did you make of that whole scenario with Alexia Grace kind of thing?
I think it's just fake. I think it's fake bullshit because Astrid doesn't want hard fights. So she will message. I should probably go on behind the scenes of Alexia, how can we build a big fight, get clout, get paid, get a big payday. Let's do all this fake drama because that's just, it's all so fake. Like, you don't let someone steal your belt. How do someone just steal your belt? Sorry, that don't happen.
I was there that day where they was meant to fight, so from seeing it from the outside but knowing Astrid how you do you think they was ever going to fight that day?
Never. They were never going to fight that day. It was all a build-up to build the bigger fight. I imagine she'll probably be on the prime card, whether it's prelims or on the card. We all know that she's done this to build up that big fight.
How much do you want that rematch with Astrid in the long term?
That is my next goal. That is literally, whether it be now or later down the line, obviously if I get this belt, then obviously I will defend my belt, but I do want that rematch. I want my redemption. And yeah, I want it, so I want that rematch when there's nothing's gone wrong on that night and I've got a clear head and I'm fighting good.
Do you think we'll see a statement for you against BELLSY?
Yes, I think if I win this fight, it's definitely a big statement. She's the bigger, stronger fighter. She's obviously ranked number 10. I'm ranked number 18 at the moment on ICB. So yeah, I think if I get this victory, then it's definitely a big statement.
The last time BELLSY was in England, in London, there was fishes pulled out of certain places, getting slapped about. We're not going to see that this week from you, are we?
God, you know I'm not trashy like that. I'm not a trash kind of girl. I think that sort of behaviour is just really trashy. I love this sport. I want to do well. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. If she brings smoke and pokes the bear, then I'll come back, but I'll never throw fish or start laying hands on someone. I'll save it for the ring.
AJ Brunkart, always bringing class to Misfits. Thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV and best of luck on Saturday night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,